Okay, good afternoon, grade 8/1. Good afternoon, students. All right. So once again, good afternoon. And today we will have the last topic on quadratic equations. Okay. So last meeting, we had discussed regarding factoring by difference of squares. All right. So we are to get the factors of the terms, the first and the second terms, knowing that that is difference of squares. So we factor out, just like on your screen, x squared minus 16. Okay, this was what we had done last time. Factors of x squared and 16, perfect squares. So therefore, we can factor it out, x plus 4 and x minus 4. Okay, so that was what we have discussed, perfect squares. And then we have 4x squared, 4 perfect square, x squared, a perfect square, 9 perfect square. So if we try to factor it out, that is 2x plus 3 and 2x minus 3. All right, so that was what we did last time. But for today, we still do factoring, but this time it will be by cross method. Okay, so when we say cross, so it is not straight. All right, it is not straight. We cross. Okay, so how it is done? All right, so please follow so that you can get the principle on how it is done. Okay, still on your screen, that was last time. Okay, difference of squares now solved, meaning we are now have it equal to 0. So that is now an equation. 64x squared minus 1 equals 0. So the factors 8x plus 1 and 8x minus 1 equals 0. And then solve for the value of x. So we have if x equals negative 1/8 or positive 1/8. Okay. So now we will now go to factoring using the cross method. Okay, so when we say cross, then it is not straight because we need to cross it out. So this one is an example of a cross, an X. So that means we cross it out. All right, now how it is done? Now we recall that the standard format for quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So in this case, we have here a, which is 1, b, which is 6, and c, which is 5. So that means we have here x squared is the first term. All right, 6x is the second term and 5 is the third term, equals 0. Now, when we do factoring using cross method, we will factor out the first term and the third term. All right. Okay, so again, we will factor out the first term and the third term. Okay, so in this one, if we factor it out, therefore that will be x and x. And 5, okay, if we factor out 5, that could be 1 and 5. All right, or negative 1, negative 5. Now, factoring using cross method requires one thing, that when we factor out the first and the third term, we can get the second term. Okay, so that is important. We will factor out, but see to it that we can get the second term. Okay. Now, how it is done. All right. So consider this example. All right. Consider this example. X squared plus 6x plus 5. Okay. Now, how is cross method done? Take a look. We factor out the first term. So here, factors of x squared is x and x. Factors of the third term is 5 and 1. Now take note, we have here positive and positive. So therefore, all are positive. So when we get the second term, we pair. Okay, so x times 5 is 5x. X times 1 is 1x. So when we combine 5x plus 1x equals 6x. All right? So therefore, we now have the first, the third term, and we already get the second term, which is 8x. Now, how is cross method done? Okay. So we have here x and 5. We have x and 1. But we said that is a cross method. So therefore, the pair should be x and 1. Okay, so x plus 1 and x plus 5. Remember, we should cross the pair. So we have here x plus 1 and x plus 5. Remember, do it this way. Again, do it this way. All right? So the pair is not this one. No, it's not. But it is the cross pair. So that is why x plus 1 and we have x plus 5 using the cross method. Now, why is it important that you should cross? Because if you will have it straight, you cannot get the correct answer. All right. So if we solve for that example, x squared plus 6x plus 5 equals 0. So we said that the factors are the cross pair. All right. So we have here x plus 5, x plus 5, and x plus 1. So x plus 1 equals 0. Then x plus 5 equals 0 or x plus 1 equals 0. Then transpose so that you can get the value of your x. All right, so therefore, that is x equals -5 and or x equals 1. All right. So again, see to it that when you get the cross pair, you should have it like that way. Okay. All right. Let us try one more. Okay. What about these terms or these quadratic equations? 4x squared minus 5x minus 9 equals 0. Now, we said we will do the first and the third term so that we must see to it that we will get the second term, which is -5x. Okay, so how it is done? All right. Now factor out 4x squared. You can have 4x and x. All right. Factors of -9. You can have 1 and -9. Okay. Now multiply so that you can get the middle term. So 4x times 1 is 4x. X times negative 9 is negative 9x. So add up, 4x plus negative 9 is negative 5x. All right. So therefore, we get now the second term. Okay. So the factors are the cross method. Okay. So you have there 4x minus 9. All right. 4x minus 9 pair x plus 1. Okay, now you will say, okay, Haruka, what are the other factors of 4x squared? We have here 4x and x. What are the other factors of 4x squared?
2x.
2x and 2x. All right, 2x and 2x. Okay, Poon, what are the other factors of negative 9? Okay, we have there 1 and negative 9. So what else are the factors of negative 9? Poon.
I think 3 and negative 3.
Okay, so positive 3 and negative 3. Okay, now, let's do it again. So we have here 2x and 2x. Okay, so we use the cross method. So here, and then we have also 3 and negative 3. All right. So when we multiply 2x times 3, that becomes 6x, right? Correct? Now, when we multiply 2x times negative 3, so you have there negative 6x. Okay? But when you combine positive 6x and negative 6x, you will get 0, which is not the second term. Remember, you can do many factors, but there is only one pair that will lead you and give you the answer of the second term. Okay? So you cannot just use any pair of number or pair of factors because, again, you need to get the second term. All right? So therefore, think of a pair that will give you negative 5x in that example. So when you are to get 4 times 1, 4x times 1 is 4, so positive 4. But x times negative 9 is negative 9x. So to get the difference, you have there 5x. Okay? So you cannot just do any other pair of factors, except that you must get the second pair or the second term. Okay? So if we factor it out, the factors are the cross pair. Remember, the factors are the cross pair. So therefore, we have, all right, we have here 4x minus 9, all right, 4x minus 9 and x plus 1. So that is why you have here 4x minus 9 and x plus 1 equals 0. Solving, all right, solving it out. 4x minus 9 equals 0, or transpose. Okay, how it is done again? Transpose 9. All right, negative 9, and with you transpose that one, that will be 4x equals positive 9. So therefore, when you simplify over 4 and over 4, so therefore x equals 9 over 4. Okay, so that is why you get this one. Or x plus 1 equals 0. So we transpose this one. So we get x equals -1. Okay, remember, you cannot get any other pairs except that you must get the second term. Okay, so first term, third term, factor out so that you can get the second term. Okay, some more. All right, what about this one? How will we factor this one out? Remember, we follow the quadratic equation, the standard format. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So therefore, we need to simplify first our equation. So simplify, this is multiply and then multiply. Okay, we have the right hand side, we have the left hand side, and we must see to it that the right hand side equals 0. Okay, so therefore, when we solve this one, it will be like this. Okay, so 5x times 2x is 10x squared. 5x times +1 is 5x equals 6 plus 9x. Now simplify. Left hand side, your 0. So therefore, transpose 9x and transpose 6x to the left side. And we know, do not forget, when we transpose, change the signs. Positive becomes negative. Negative becomes positive. All right? So that is why when we transpose 9 to the left, that is equivalent to 5x. Sorry, when we transpose 9x to the left, that becomes negative 9x. Combined with 5x, we get negative 4x. Positive 6 transposed to the left, so that becomes negative 6. So therefore, we have now this equation, 10x squared minus 4x minus 6 equals 0. But they still have common factors. All right, they still have common factors, which when we simplify them, we can have the common factor of 2. All right, so 10x squared by 2 is 5x squared. Negative 4x with a common factor of 2 is negative 2x. And negative 6 by 2 is negative 3. So therefore, we have now this standard format of that equation. So therefore, we need to factor out this 5x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. All right, I will give you 1 minute. Factor out that equation. 5x squared minus 2x minus 3. Okay, you have 1 minute and I will ask some of you. Okay, Poon, I asked already. Haruka. All right, Grace and Baikao. Okay, tell me, after 1 minute, what are the factors of 5x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0? After 1 minute, I will ask you. Grace and Baikao, after 1 minute, I will ask your answer. And Poon and Haruka also, please solve. All right. Baikau, what is your answer? What are the factors of 5x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0? Just the factors. Yes, Baikau? All right, Baikau, you there?
Yes.
All right. Do you have now the answer? Okay, what about Grace? Do you have now the answer? Grace?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh. Okay, so what are the factors? Okay, what about Haruka and Poon? Do you have now the answer? Yes, Haruka, do you have now the answer? What are the factors of 5x squared minus 2x minus 3? So do not forget to use the method, the cross method, okay? Do not forget to use that one. So that you take out the factors of 5x squared, 5x squared and x. And then find the factors of negative 3 so that you can get the second term, which is negative 2x. All right. Poon, do you have now the answer? All right, Grace, do you have now your answer? Grace?
Yes.
Okay, what is your answer?
5x minus 3 and
5x
x plus
minus
1.
again 5x minus
5 minus 3
3 and the other one
x plus 1.
x minus 1.
X, yes.
Okay, yeah, we do the factor only. Okay, we will not equal to 0. So your answer is 5x minus 3 and x minus 1, correct? Grace, is this the one? Grace?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. Who else? Who has another answer? What about by cow? Or Haruka? Poon, do you have the answer now? Your answer? Okay, so we will check that one out. So the answer is 5x minus 3. This is Grace's answer, and x minus 1. Okay, we will check that one. Now remember, all right, to get the factors of the first and the third term so that you can get the second term. Okay, so factors of 5x squared is 5x and x. And factors of, take note, negative 3. So therefore, it should be positive and negative because we have there negative 3. But make sure that you can get the middle term, which is negative 2x. So therefore, you have now 5x times negative 1 is negative 5x. And x times positive 3 is positive 3x. So therefore, you get now negative 2x, the middle term. So we pair up. Okay, we pair 5x plus 3 and x minus 1. All right. 5x plus 3 and x minus 1. Okay? So that is, or those are the pair. 5x plus 3 and x minus 1. Now, supposing we get this, okay, the answer of, all right, the answer of Grace, take note, negative and negative will give you positive, but this one is negative. Okay, so this should be positive, 5x plus 3 and x minus 1. All right. Now, supposing you do not use the cross method. For example, you do not cross this one. All right, and this one. Okay, let us try to check whether we get this equation. All right. For example, we use 5x minus 1. Okay, so 5. All right. So 5x minus 1 and x plus 3. X plus 3. Okay. Take note, we do not cross. So we try to check. 5x times x is 5x squared. All right. Negative 1 times x is minus 1x. Okay. And then negative 1 times 3 is minus 3. Okay, so therefore, you did not get the middle term. So that is why we need to cross multiply so that we can get exactly that term. Okay, so remember cross pair. All right, cross pair. If you do not cross pair, you will get wrong and you will never get the correct equation. Okay, so that is why you should pair up 5x plus 3 and x minus 1. So equals 0. So therefore, we can get the value of x. 5x equals negative 3, x equals negative 3 over 5. Or x minus 1 equals 0, x equals 1. So that is, or those are the values of our quadratic equation. Okay. One last example. All right, one last example. X squared plus 3 over x equals 4. And remember, this is a fraction. So we can use the cross multiplication method. All right, so that we can simplify. Okay, so therefore, x plus 2, all right, plus 3 equals cross multiply 4x, or your standard equation is x squared minus 4x plus 3 equals 0. So then we can factor this one out. Now take note, this is positive 3 and this is negative. So think that negative times negative is positive. We need to have our pairs all negative so that we can get this one. Take note, negatives times negative is positive. Okay, so if we will have the cross method, we can pair up factor of x squared is x and x, and factors of 3 is there. All right, so we can pair it up. There is no problem if we pair up if only x. But if it has another coefficient, for example, 3x, then it will be different. So that is why always practice the cross pair. All right? So therefore, you have now x minus 3 and x minus 1 equals 0. Or factor it out and solve for x equals 3 and x equals 1. All right. So far, okay, so far, did you get the point? Hun, Haruka, all right, Baikal, Grace, did you get the point? Cross method. All right, thank you, Baikal. What about Grace? Grace, did you get? Where are you? Okay, we try to practice. Okay, thank you. We try to practice. We still have 5 minutes. Okay, we try to practice page 47 and 48. That will be our task. All right. Again, please open your workbook to page 47 and 48. All right. Okay. So page 47. So okay, write the date of today. Today is Wednesday. June 9, February. All right, do not forget to put the date. All right, guys, do not forget to put the date. Okay. So, number 1, factorize completely. Letter A. You have there x squared minus 5x. X squared minus 5x. Okay, plus 4. So factor out the first and the third term. Okay, so you have there x and x. We have positive 4 and negative in the middle. So therefore, we can have both negative. Okay, both negative. And then cross, okay, negative times, okay, so this is negative x, and this one is negative 4x. So therefore, we get now negative 5x. All right, so cross factor, cross. So you have x minus 4 and x minus 1. Okay, so therefore, x minus 4, all right, and x minus 1. Okay, so this is now the answer for number 1. All right, so we have still 2 minutes. Number 2, you have there 9 minus 6x, 9 minus 6x plus x squared. Okay, so if we factor it out, 3, okay, for 9, we have 3 and, sorry, this is square. And for x, we have x and x. This is negative, all right? So therefore, both will have negative, okay? So we can have 3 minus x, all right? And we have 3 minus x. Okay, 3 times negative x is negative 3x. 3 times negative x is negative 3x. Negative 3x and negative 3x equals negative 6x. Therefore, we get it correct. Okay. This is letter B. Letter C. All right, we will answer all as fast as we can. We have 1 minute, 20 seconds. Letter C, 2x squared. All right, 2x squared plus x minus 15. All right. So we can use this one. 2x squared, you have there 2x and x. Okay, factors of 15. So we can have 3 and 5. So that when we multiply 2x times 3 is 6x. All right. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. So therefore, you get now 1x. So that is the middle term. So cross pair. So therefore, our factor will be 2x minus 5. All right. And we have also x plus 3. X plus 3. All right. So we have less than a minute, and thank you guys for your participation today. Thank you, but need to continue letter D and E, and also page 48, number 2.